Mm. All right. I had to start it. This is new. Oh, yeah. Um, anyway, what's up, Lone Wolf? Yeah, I've never had this not capture before. Maybe it needs this. For whatever reason, that might work. Or wait. There it is. Okay, right. My bad. Let me fix one other thing here. That's better. So we're going to play the Stanley Parable. My first time ever. I have no idea what to expect. I guess there's a lot of weird, crazy, wonky stuff that happens in this. I want my field of view to be up. Probably fine there. We'll find out. Audio. Yeah, I feel like I want that down.
This is the story of a man named Stan.
Yeah, I want that one up. I hear that's important. Yeah, there's not much to this game. Like, there is, but it's mainly in the story. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
But was he paid
and
well?
Others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Okay.
Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
What if I don't? Because obviously it's allowing me to play now. But I've heard that the narrator can be snappy and kind of like sarcastic. But I don't want to wait too long. What fun would that be? Oh, goodness. Hold on. What in the... It's still fast. All right. That's a large crouch right there. We can't jump.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
So there's... Okay, I can hit E. I guess E is the only... Yeah.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Can't get back into the same room there. Oh, I turned that one off. Where is the meeting room?
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
There's a ladder in there. Is this the meeting room? No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, sounds like I'm not doing that then.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
He said drinking it all in. Give me a cold drink. Man, I remember when, like...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's quite nice. There's a notepad. Maybe the notepad was...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Damn! I'm just gonna see how much longer it takes for me to stand in here with it.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What if I just stay in here? No more dialogue? Okay, never mind. That must be it. You can't jump. Get your first achievement. So I got my first achievement, and then I got an achievement for getting my first achievement. Yeah, I've pressed spacebar quite a few times. I really want to be able to jump.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room, and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Why is there another option then? What is this room?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, it won't let me go back through. We might end up restarting this game. If it's gonna get mad at me. Caution, do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. Oh, I need a card. Oh, you can just walk with the right mouse button. And then you just click. Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Okay, there's only one option now. Oh, it's the Forky. Oh, how could I have forgotten about Forky? Yeah. Spare Racing League. They put the forklift right in the damn path in one of the tracks. Oh, that's not who they're talking about, apparently. Oh, it's getting dark.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
What if I can't? I don't think I have another option. Can I...
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
What the
but
fuck?
if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back.
Holy
You may
shit.
have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay. So now I gotta travel all the way back.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
They
that
put up
story
a...
would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Oh yeah, they won't let me. I can't squeeze through. Okay then. Where are we going? I didn't get a card yet. Well, that path was interesting. I'm kind of... I wonder if it'll let me take it again just for shits and giggles. Like, I want to piss off the narrator, I should
Almost
say.
there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Oh, wait, I really... That's it? Okay, well, damn.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to.
Allow me to
shut
jump.
The game down. I have to.
Oh, no.
I have to.
What the hell?
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it. That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So we're going down the right one again, right? I kind of want to. The temptation's there. Just one more time. Right? If it repeats, then it repeats.
No! Why did you do that?
It's going to repeat.
Hurry back.
Damn.
Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
That seems about right, too. That's fantastic. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. All right. Yeah. Everyone's unique, especially you. So I can't really do anything in here. Number of slides on this slide. All right, I'm done with that.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Why do I feel like there's something... There's no way to do that. I'm literally on rails right now. The beige pages instead of the yellow pages. Yeah, this game's been interesting. Oh, there's definitely a light in there.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
I feel like there's more to do, but I'm missing.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Wait, do I have to say it?
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we...
Hold on, let me make sure this is working then. There's nothing here for the mic.
Can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I don't think it can hear me then.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What?
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this.
I think that I was supposed to go to the right.
So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait.
I think I'm supposed to answer the phone next time.
I need to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
So I remember seeing this like thing that said the end is not the end. Yeah, right there. The end is never the end. Okay. So we're back.
All of his co-workers... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No, 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 no. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
All right, here we go.
Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Okay. 1, 2. That was 20 times. Wait, is there a certain door I have to do that on? That might be what it is. I think I have to do it on a certain door. Hold on. I think it's this one.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
Oop, okay.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
It's over here, ain't it? 417. There.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Wait. Oh, right here.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437. Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine? All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
We're almost there.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Waiting input.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Oh, you mean there's not one right here?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just
All
think,
right.
only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Okay, we need to go back to 419. It said waiting input. It says input received, but it's doing nothing. But it is pink now. And well, there's no other buttons to push. So I'm feeling you're going to go through door on the right up here this time. Yep.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I already got the achievement for this.
Wow. Yes, this room. What? But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I haven't done this choice yet, but I want to go to do the telephone first.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Also, what happens if I fall?
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
Fair enough.
Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Guess we'll restart here. Oh, damn, we're okay. Well, we don't have to do the door.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh,
What did
input.
it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
See, this is not on anymore. Wait a minute. Do I need to click on door 430 for that?
When Stanley came to a set
Alright,
of
this
2
time
open
all the way
doors,
to the
this was
telephone.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's incredible you
Look,
wasn't.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly play...
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
What if I don't?
Sorry, but you're in my story now.
Ooh, I pissed him off.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
What if I don't press T?
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls, and down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions, and down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Okay. Question is, how long does this last until either A, it accepts that you didn't press it, or B, I try to figure out that I have to press it. So we're just at a standoff now. We're just kind of stuck here. Yeah, I feel like it's going to take too long. There we go.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
All right, the end is never the end, it says, so I think I messed up by clicking right there.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Yeah.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That was the furthest I'd gotten, though.
When Stanley came to a set of two
thing.
open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Ah, there is something different here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Are you sure?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay. How about this?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
What the fuck?
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
I bet it closes. No? Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is wild. I really like this so far.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Son of a bitch. Okay, I'm doing that again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's still more that I haven't seen yet. And I feel like I'm skipping a lot of stuff here.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
All right, we'll go this way. Uh-oh. Oh, we find the back rooms. Oh, it's a Farfetch. All right, we're going this way. I don't want to go through... Okay, that door looks... we'll try that one.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No,
Well,
no.
I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again.
I agree.
It's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Damn. We're going straight there.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I already got the achievement for clicking on door, whatever.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Well, there was... Okay, we'll try it. See, this was on after I clicked a door. I want to try it.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something.
Whoa.
The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
I did nothing.
Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Yeah,
we both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
But I couldn't get through this door before. Oh, hey, I want to play solitaire. I can't see the whole screen. What if I go this way? Not gonna let me. Yeah, this was definitely not the way before.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on.
You're getting too deep.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
We're counting down now, though. 6. Okay, now it's not. Damn. I guess we just keep following it. We were just... Son of a bitch. The game breaks a little bit. Huh. Oh, this is getting interesting. What the fuck?
Wait, cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
The phone? Is the one yeah. He said go back. Oh, fern. Really? That's important? There's duct tape on the floor around it. Oh, maybe it's just... Yeah.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
Yeah.
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh, hey.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Damn it. I guess we're following the line again?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Right.
intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something
Oh.
exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah, I like it.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it. Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Well, we're going the same way. Okay, there it left.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has
I'm
to
pretty good
lead
at this.
somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Can I just keep making circles? What? There's no other option? Okay, well. Damn.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Can I do
And
anything?
the timer stopped?
Oh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
Go
Will
backwards.
someone come for us?
Oh.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm
Yeah.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we?
Yep.
Eventually.
Open the door.
Well, in the meantime, if you do...
What the fuck? Okay.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Ah, it wants an input. Okay. I need to watch that. I think I missed it the first time through. Wait, does it move to different computers, I wonder?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, the line's there. Is that where the story is? It's like right there?
Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, truly, deeply, madly love. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We'll do this one again.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
That is the one way I haven't done yet. But I kind of want to go... No, I'd say that would be back to the end again. Oh, yeah.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
All right.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is there really just nothing here?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow. Just an empty broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
No, we've already done that. Oh, hey, it's my car.
Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, This was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one.
What the fuck?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
You know what's weird?
My life is normal. I am normal.
The stream
Everything will be fine.
I can see on OBS
I
where
am okay.
things are. Oh, okay. Never mind. We're still here.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Another restart. Son of a bitch.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oops.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay. And... Okay, let me see if I can
soft wind
find...
blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
So none of these say input received.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I feel like I have to. I actually have not done that in a while.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, damn, now what's the point? Now it's not as fun. Alright. Is there
Coming
still...
to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I don't want to repeat what I just repeated, though. Like, it almost feels like... And I've already done this, too. There we go. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Damn, that's a tongue twister. There it is. Okay, we found it. So there's only 2 more inputs. Hey, we haven't been in here yet. Oh, the poor panda. Business strategy. I don't know what direction to go here. What's up? Wait, what? Is this just an elevator that does nothing? Okay then.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Okay.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
In 1 second, because I use the bathroom. I don't know what's going to happen while I'm gone, but I'll be right back. So then, we'll try that again. The narrator didn't get mad at me for leaving. There's a camera I didn't notice. Anyway. Oh, only one option now. You know what? I'd been curious to see what, if I'd hit up, if something... I should have hit up.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word Escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, well. Okay,
As
this
the
looks like a
machine
fun
whirled into
ride.
motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Okay. That doesn't seem to be the case.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Huh. So it's a museum, kind of, to show you... That's fascinating. Okay, they're goofy. Whoever made this, they're goofy. Interesting. Hey, we got the Saltaire. So there might be another one, another computer that says input. This is pretty cool. They made this look really good. Well, now we have the classic issue of left or right. Hmm.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room? Perfect example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you'd pick up on intuitively if you had even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad game design. Now, but of course, you being you, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easy on you. At the top of the facility, to end this injustice forever. Let's see. Stanley stood on green door.
Freedom ending. Wait, there's... Oh, shit. Oh. It says that's the exit. Is there anything else in here that's kind of interesting, though? Because I was hoping to find another... Oh, hey, there's the telephone. Oh. Okay, well, didn't know that. The cargo lift. We didn't see any of this. And wait a minute, there's more. Way more. Okay. So you have your first choice. You can disobey, go to the lounge. That was number 1. Or you obey and go to the staircase, 2 doors to the maintenance. I did the confusion ending. And apparently there's a vent as well. In the lounge? It looks like there must be a vent in the lounge. Hmm. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're through it all now. So something's about to happen though, because I don't think this is actually the end of the game. Wait, there was an exit earlier. There's 427. I think, where did I see that at? Wait, what? There it is.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit.
Wait.
There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
I think there's an option there I could have chosen. Ah, it's forcing you into it. Wait, no? Well, now I don't know. Hold on.
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time
There it
before he
is.
found the others, wherever they were.
One more.
Just a matter of time.
What in the world? It's raining. And windy. Well,
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
we ain't going that way yet. Oh, come on. Hang on. Is that door open? No. Oh, I see now. So this door is supposed to block that. Alright, we'll go this way then. Whee! Oh. I don't know.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
On old computers.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Did we just make a circle?
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
I have doubts.
Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if, oh, okay. Let's see the content. Gimme the content, Stanley.
Oh, it's behind me. Hold on. Aha. There's a hallway. Oh, we can
right.
jump?
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
We can jump! I'm gonna use them all. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. I've kind of hit that one a little quick. Oh, please? Oh, you're boring. Thanks.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
Nah, well, we'll keep going. Back to the game.
Goodness, another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Damn.
It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, I guess it's being forced upon. Well, that's what it used to look like.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
I'm curious enough. But like, there's something up there. Uh-oh. I have full faith in the narrator now. The narrator is on our
You
side.
remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
Oh, that's cool.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched?
I never
Back
played
then,
it.
Video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Audience award. Hey. What the hell? British Academy of Films and Television Arts. I had to write. Well, it does say. No, it's from Australia, it looks like. Let's begin again. It's interesting. I guess there's gonna be more after this still, because I kind of went down the new path right as I could. Demonstration. Begin the demo. Don't play for 5 years. Okay then. Damn. So that's why they were kind of salty about that one getting the award. Did quite well, though. Huh. There's a bard. Oh. Ooh. Okay. Well, this is interesting. Wait, IGF? Is it supposed to be IGN? Oh, I
And
can't.
over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Can I? Okay, I can leave. Well, what's over here? Oh, alright. The 2 doors. Top 10 memories. Person of the year. I can barely see it. What the? Alright, that's cool. I'm gonna laugh if I spoil this, though, because of where I haven't actually beat it yet. The end is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories. These were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
I want to go see the serious room. Alright, so we're going back through here. Yep, now we're going down.
Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Okay, there we go. This is awesome. Oh, that one's recommended. Why don't we look at that?
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Ooh, not recommended. We have went down the wrong path.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. To be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button.
I mean, I kind of skipped it by just going forward, you know?
Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Okay. Onward. Oh, we now have...
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward into... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of
Yeah,
course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto.
There's an achievement there.
I
forgot about it.
Very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless thought? Or rather, do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite? You see, it could in fact be both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first I was leaning towards manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation. And I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession.
If I say here, it's an achievement, okay?
In which case, the word
if I can sit through this,
shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me
or
from
I can hit
disaster in
skip.
countless situations.
And
All
I missed the achievement.
Here we go. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Son of a bitch.
Treatise, manifesto. 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 Treatise,
you would
manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto. Treatise.
I really want to hit the button.
Treatise, manifesto. Treatise, manifesto.
Fine, you win.
Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Boom! Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused.
I get it.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Damn.
It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it?
All right.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone.
I see that. Let's try skip.
Stanley, you're back.
Oh,
You're
good
back.
grief.
Oh, my
Really?
goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single... Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
How are you doing, Brant?
Time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for...
Oh, I got you. The button's broken now. How do I exit? Or was that the button coming back? Do I need to begin the game again? Do I need to push my button? Oh. Oh, that's a wonderful noise. Let's try it again. Maybe we'll
But they
eventually...
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and...
So anyway, the Stanley Parable, this whole thing, deluxe edition. Oh, your headset kept dying. Damn, dude, that's rough. The whole idea of this is that this was like the new content. And he wasn't happy because the only thing they added was like an elevator and like, you know, jumping circle. Like it's just an area, like, because I can't jump. So they just had like a circle when they counted the amount of jumps you had. But in reality, this is now the new content. And there's not much to it.
Never the end, is 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 never the end, is...
Can I just leave yet? Maybe one more push and I can. Okay, well, we can't quite get out yet. Let's push the button again. Okay, now we got sunlight. But I can't jump, so it's useless. Push the button again. Let the walls fall. Let the walls fall. Okay, there we go. No, I needed the wall to fall. There's no way out. Alright. Do it again. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's not good, is it? Eerily quiet. Oh, hey, we might have an exit now. Can I push the button again? Ah, no. Okay, this is officially the point of no return. This has became a different game now. That's not getting any smaller, is it? Oh, okay. And game restarted. Son of a bit. Oh, here we go. Oh. Okay. Oh, I get it, because I kept pushing buttons. So this is heaven. And they just come back on. No, I'd rather not think about that. Oh. That's what he's saying, I think. It's push buttons. Push buttons. Oh, wait, what's that one? Some of these are a little bit brighter. Ah, they're just, yeah. Yeah, somebody definitely was thinking about it. I really want to see if there's anything else. Or do I need to restart it? I think I have to forcefully restart the game. Yeah. I guess I can avoid this then. Yeah, this is all okay. Fine. We won't do it. I don't know what else, unless you just keep going.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Okay, you have my attention.
Oh, good. You noticed my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
The narrator got pissed that there wasn't something new and has now made his own journey. Guaranteed. No, narrator's kind of on our side. It's interesting.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Okay. You're close.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh boy.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe.
It's a screen. It's a
Ultra Deluxe. What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Are they making fun of Capcom? Looks like the right side is what we should choose now. Well, that's neat. Okay, nice couch. Oh.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Okay. New features. New content. Oh, we have to go through this. Oh my goodness. Apparently there's a line big enough to require that. Wow.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The reassurance bucket. That's the... Okay, wait. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I want to hear my name in the game. Let's do this. What the hell's the staircase over there? Why is it 2? Hold on. Ah, nice.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
So, there was a game that did this, and it like kind of fucks with you. I don't remember if it was Stanley Parable or not. I don't think so, because I haven't heard my name played in this yet. No, it's the one that it types your name out, though. You don't hear it. But there's a game that I want to play, and it's supposed to be scary as shit. But, like, you kind of type something, and then, like, it replies, and it's like, you answer questions, that's what it is. It's like, are you alone? And you're like, yeah? And it's like, are you really alone? And you're like, what the fuck?
Jim.
Oh,
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim.
my dad's...
I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim.
Oh my
Sleeping
goodness.
and waking as Jim.
Can I just
Falling
leave?
in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust.
Oh, is this a skip
Do you
button?
feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button. Jim. Yes, you see? What a thrill, what a rush. That was you. The button described you. Do it again, do it again. Jim. Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the
There we
only
go.
new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money.
Would it
Let's
really?
take a break from the Jim button. I'm too
Okay.
emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Haha, please, no screenshots. A whole new office. Screenshot it. Red is the new orange. Ah, the new updated ray trace. The new updated ray trace. More of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the original. New features, new content, new ideas. The button that says the name of a player that is playing the game, and then jump. Oh, we got a jump circle. And an oh. Okay, well, I want the let's do the reassurance bucket real quick, and we're coming back to this. Okay, wait. No more screenshots. Let's go through this.
I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
I like that blue, but that one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
I should have known better. You bastard. Alright, well, we get to leave now. Oh, look, it's
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Are you sure? Okay. Oh, hey, a free new easy achievement. Okay. Oh, hey, the jump circle. This is what okay, jumps remaining, though, is...
Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's... Oh, wait. You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle? Oh, well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece, then.
Bastard. Well, shit, I can't jump no more. Okay, well. Okay, this map. Okay, that's where we're at. I gotta figure this out here. There's a lot here. Collectibles? And then there's a free easy achievement. Oh yeah, the infinite hole too. Can you find them? Well...
Collectibles. Now it's a real video game.
Oh,
in the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Damn. Alright. Oh, he looks great. 1 of 6. Okay, now we gotta find 5 more. Alright. What if I just go back? Oh, you're not gonna let me. Okay.
It really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Oh, it is. Terrible. I agree. Alright, I want to go in here. Let's get the free achievement. Hold the lever, receive your new achievement. No more steps, it just works. Oh, this is like the door.
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes, you see, you'll come to this lever and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay, well, shit. So, you lied. There was no free achievement. Is there another way out? Nope, just back the way I came. Wasting time. Alright.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
Oh, that's a collectible. That's one of the things I need. How the hell do you get it? Well, so... the game itself I actually already did play through. This now is just a joke about the sequel. It's kind of running commentary, though. I'm going to the infinite hole. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, it's way out. It's fantastic. Like, the game itself playing through it is... What the fuck? It's a hole like infinity. Alright.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Interesting. Well, in we go.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
How about no?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
What's your concern, narrator? Is there an actual bottom to the infinite hole? Could that be why?
Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
I figured.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Listen.
Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
It's still not accurate.
No.
No.
Then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Does he get mad if I don't press it? Nope, I think I'm gonna have to. There's nothing yet. I like how they've thrown like cigarettes down here. Oh wait, what's this? Every pause button is a Roman new. He's not wrong. Just the two. Oh my gosh. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. They're going to get that as their fucking theme song. Meeting at 2 p.m. Get it? Okay, yeah, he's not doing anything.
Great.
Damn it.
Now, I'm very oh, for heaven. You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Wonder if I fall down it again,
Had
if
enough?
it shortens up
I'm
again.
Positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something.
Do it
Let's
again.
pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter.
Can
Well,
do.
there it is.
Oh.
The shame of my lie has come to haunt me. Not only is the hole not infinite, but it's barely even a hole at this point. It's more of a concavity, or even a very aggressive divot.
Well, I'm still hopping in.
How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
It's
You'll
just
just
right.
do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on.
Okay, let's see if it disappears.
Is the,
Yeah.
teleport button not working?
No.
You sure?
What have you done?
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try
Clearly.
it again.
All
Still
right.
nothing?
No.
Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this.
I could
I'm
literally
out.
just...
Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for.
The
It's
fucking
a win
narrator
for
became
everyone.
jealous.
You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else.
No.
Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
Oh, you bastard. Come back. He literally just became a jealous... Oh. I don't want to have to go back. Oh, wait. I don't want to have to go all the way back. Fucking new content's cool. I want to see more of it. Oh, this is disappointing. What is that noise? Oh! Oh hell, let's find out what this is doing. I have to use the restroom, but we'll let this play out. I actually gotta take my medicine anyway. Alright, we're just gonna pause it. I wanna know what happens. I'll be right back. I'll play some music real quick too. Yeah, exactly, right? But yeah, poor timing, but I really gotta go to the restroom and then take my meds. And we'll be back to finish this, so hang on. I have to end that song early. She said where endless meets the end, and obviously this game, you know, the end is not the end. It didn't work out together too well. Anyway, let's see where this goes. We gotta press F to pay our respects. Oh, I can see the perspective. We're going down. The look on his face is fantastic. Just, yeah. So content. The infinite hole. Jim. It's no longer Stanley, it's now Jim. Look at that, look at that face. Oh, we have different music.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer using up this space of mine.
I have no words. It's a crow. I mean, we don't need another option. Like, genuinely, this is the only thing we need now. We just need the puppies. Oh wait, we can change ourselves. Okay, I like that one. Can we just keep them like that? What the fuck? Aw, we're not changing it from the puppies, I just hope you know. But at the same time, maybe there's something cuter after. I kinda like that one too. Oh my goodness. It's the Gmod error.
Stanley? Stanley? Stanley?
Huh?
Oh,
Oh.
good, you're awake. It
Well,
seems
damn.
you had sort of dozed off there, drifting
Aw.
away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them.
It's like a fire
Stare
pit.
at Stanley. I'll be back.
Oh.
Toodle-pip.
Are we going back down? I really like the puppies though. Okay, we're going back down, right? Oh. Did it just restart the whole game? Okay, at least to put me back here. I
we
appreciate
are.
that.
Go on, try out some of the new features.
Yeah, I want to know what the hell is this bucket? Oh wait, we got merch. I want that poster. I saw the new content. I like it. Yeah, I wish I could have thought something like this.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's
There it
true.
is.
As long
Can I
as
have
you
it?
hold onto the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will
It's
feel
the hook.
perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
Don't tell
You may
Patrick.
even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much
I grow
more
sleepy. I
convenient
must go
solution
to the
for
hole.
me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can
I
you
have
imagine
it?
what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Oh, thank you. I was really needing the bucket.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket
Dude, I feel
lends you an
that.
air
I
of
do that
charisma
sometimes,
as well.
where I watch somebody else
I think
play.
that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Really?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they?
Yeah.
All this and more await you.
No, I'm
in the
off.
Stanley
This is my
Parable.
3-day weekend, and then I'm trying to think here. Hang on. I have to go back Tuesday and work 6 days in a row, and then I repeat the cycle. Actually, it doesn't though, because June 4th is the middle of the pay period or the bid. I mean, my coworker, we are flip flopping our schedules, so then technically my next 2-3 day weekends that come up are at that in like 2 weeks or whatever it is, a week. So June 4th, but that'll be my vacation. So can I put the bucket down? Like, what the hell's going on here? Oh yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm just glad I get the holiday pay. Or no, I don't, because I'm off on... So I have to work the holiday weekend, and then I don't get the holiday pay because I'm off on Monday. Fuck. I am sad now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
That is true, but I mean, training somebody, I don't know if I have not actually signed up for that. That right there is the, wait, maybe I need this bucket for something. What do you mean I can't leave? Is this all the new content? Have I seen everything there is to, you know? Where's my infinite hole? Oh wait, what's up here? Oh. Settings, world champion, mostly infinite hole. Hey, they changed the name. No, you've been doing a good job with, oh, that is new. With training though, I'm sure. I guess it just depends on how long you were getting along with that person.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Alright, I want to know what's up here. Because this is your first time you've ever trained, isn't it? Oh, I can't do that. I think we have to restart the game because there's nothing here. Yeah, the exit is there. Alright. And there's Jim. You heard Jim in the game. The button that says Jim. That's Jim. Alright. Yep, alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that's the same sign, so maybe nothing's new in
When
there.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human.
All right.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, wait. Where's the... Okay, hang on. Let me try something.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
See, I had looked in there and they said there's a vent. But I think the vent is... I'd have to go back. Here's a quick way to go back. Unless they change this too. I have not been through here twice yet.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Yeah, no, you're
Oh,
gonna...
no.
Yep.
No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Back over here.
No.
Oh,
no,
no.
no, not the right.
I bet this
Why
door
would
opens.
I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Well, let's begin again. I don't think there's anything really new. I just want to see what that
All of his
vent
co-workers
does.
were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Was the vent in the lounge? Because I thought it showed it was like up here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Well, it didn't work. Because, like, yeah, I have one more input. So, I think that's about as much as I can find. Unless I look up some... Because, like, there's a way to take the door
gone.
off, I thought.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Like, the whole door
Stanley
comes
went
off.
around touching every little thing in the office.
There was
but it
somebody
didn't make a
walking
single
over there.
difference, nor
Wait.
did it advance the story in any way.
Hold on. I just want to make sure I saw what I think I saw. There was somebody walking.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
What?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping he might... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hold on, maybe there's more to this yet. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. I'm doubting the elevator does anything. Nah, I'm not even gonna mess with it.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Alright, we're pushing up this time. Damn. Oh yeah, I guess there is one ending I never did.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Television rules a nation. Alright, good old Daft Punk. Oh, we gotta turn the cameras on.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Are we 427? Yeah, right there.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
What's up there? Like, why are there's numbers up here. There's a 5. There's a 3. But nothing, it doesn't do anything. That's not yet. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to go in here and it's gonna tell me to come out here and push certain buttons. Oh, hey, a hole. Nothing? Okay.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
What if I just turned it on? I'm curious to see what off does, but I'm curious to see what on does. Fell with it.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Yep.
After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What all this means, I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not?
Oh, really? Okay.
These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge, it's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Well,
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever up.
okay then. And we restart.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
There was definitely somebody in that room. And I want to check everything, but
when
I don't...
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'm curious enough. I'll go back through and hit off.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. The moment he entered his manager's office, Stanley froze in his tracks. Not a living soul anywhere. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Son of a bitch.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Going down, down. It's weird though. There hasn't been much to really say during this because I've been listening to it more than anything. And it's fascinating.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I've done this part. Probably can't skip ahead, can we?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
If somebody was following us, wouldn't we be able to see them on the screen?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Oh, I see. Never mind. Okay. I was reading.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Wait a minute, there is something here. So this... Alright, I'm going to try and hit off this time, but I'm very curious about the on and coming back here and opening that door. Because I feel like there's still more to this yet, because I haven't been in this room that often. So let's just do this other option, and then I'll come through and try the other one again.
And when at last he...
Let me guess, it just restarts immediately.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Right.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Ah.
And Stanley was happy.
And we restart again. And this time, yep. I have officially beaten the game. That was the achievement. Beat the game, finally. Well, let's try and stop that nuke. I'm curious.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, all the way to the end, and we're going to choose the other option and see what we can do. Now, if it still blows up, then it still blows up.
Yet
But there is a
was
door
not
in there.
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Wow, that was really convenient. I like that the game knew what I was doing there. So there is a fix for that.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
We're going back
After they
early.
kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But
This
what precious
one.
moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what
What
all
if I-
this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some
Yeah, I
extra
don't think I
time
know
on
what
the
I'm supposed
clock.
to do
Why
here.
not? These are precious additional
Press any
seconds,
key.
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That
Oh.
this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion of fire and metal over and over and over for all of eternity. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again.
That's too late now.
Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count.
There is a way to do it. I'm going to have to read, though. I'm curious. Oh, never mind. There is no way to beat it. All right. I think now I have
All of
seen...
his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Yeah, it is.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
All
he
right.
entered the door on his left.
From what I can think, there's only one other thing, though. I wanted to look for that vent.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
Nope. He just says it was okay that time.
But
All
eager
right.
to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, so there's nothing else there. Okay. Well, I was looking for the vent, but I didn't see it.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
So I'm gonna end it there. It's 2:30 in the morning, and we've actually been streaming exactly 3 hours on the dot. That was pretty good timing. So, so far I've really enjoyed this game. I know I didn't talk much to it, but it's mainly because, like, what the hell was I supposed to say? The damn narrator took up all the time. And I honestly wanted to listen to what he had to say because he was fucking cool as hell. Fantastic game, though. I don't know if I'd play it again now since I've beaten it, and it's all just repeating, but, you know, definitely worth at least one playthrough. Reminds me a lot of Superliminal because of the hallways, which that might have been a play on. But I would still probably say Superliminal's better between the two. But it's a solid game. It's interesting. So, but for now, I'm going to hop off here, and I don't think I'm gonna go to bed yet, but I will be here soon. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for tuning in. Later.